Only your second GP in the Triumph. Progress. I think that was a very solid weekend for you. You must be happy.
Yeah, like you said, a lot of progress. Started off pretty rough, pretty tight. I didn't have the best approach in the free practice, and that kind of ruined my Saturday. Overall, I was tight from the beginning. And then in the quali race, had a early crash on the first lap, so I came from the back. But in general, didn't feel great. I was not in the best of moods. And then today was different. I was kind of pissed off, whether I can say it or not. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not very happy coming into today with my Saturday. So I was determined to make a good result, and I had much better starts today. And in the second motor especially, I felt good. So every session I improved. I still got a lot of work to do. There's the front three that are quite a ways faster than what I am, and that's where I want to be. So we have some work to do.
Obviously, you had a pretty good team with Jackie Martins last year, but this is your first time being a full factory rider, and it's a new factory. Just what's it been like working with these guys at Triumph? It seems pretty legit, even though they're their first year in the paddock.
Oh yeah, 100%. Everyone is experienced there, so it's not necessarily the first year in the paddock.
Yeah.
It's Triumph's first year for sure, but they're very, very experienced, very knowledgeable, smart. They know what they're doing. Very hard workers. They have long days, I can tell you that. So it's good for me. It kind of holds me accountable if I don't want to do this or that. I think could also be one of them. Working 18-hour days. So it's good. It holds me accountable. They know what they're doing. I have a good bike, good setup. Smart people around me to help me on the weekend, like Clement. He's a big help for me. So it's a very good team. A lot of expectations, obviously, a lot of pressure, but I'm enjoying it.
And I believe you actually signed the contract without even riding the bike. That could seem a bit of a risk, but obviously you knew you were behind this project and the people had involved, and it goes to show it was worth the risk, because already 2 GPs in and the bike looks mega.
No, 100%. It's obviously a new bike. There's always a risk, but with my manager, we took the risk. Factory team is always where you want to be, and my manager kind of knew the team and who was going to be there, who wasn't, and he knew the guys were real good at their jobs. So in that kind of environment, whether the bike's going to be good or not, they'll get it right because they are smart people and they know what they're doing, motivated as well. So there was slight less risk, I would say, in that, because my manager knew what we were getting ourselves into. And yeah, like you said, it played out perfectly. The bike is already a very, very good bike. And
when you first got on the bike, how did you feel on the bike? Was it different than anything you've rode in the past? And have you made many changes throughout the winter from the start to now?
I don't know necessarily what it felt like the first time I got on. Like, you can't really relate it to any other bike. It's really? Very much a mix. It's almost like a tall Honda, I would say. It turns really well, very maneuverable. But at the same time, it's definitely not a Honda. It's something else. So I'd say it's its very own bike. It has a lot of personality, a lot of different traits compared to the other bikes I've been on. And I haven't necessarily made any big changes. I've gone harder on springs because my pace has gone up. But for the rest, there's been nothing major. I was on and off with start devices, whole shot launch control, whatever you call it. I was a bit on and off with that. Now I found a good solution with that, and I would say that's been the biggest question mark and change for me. But for the rest, there was nothing.
And what was it like over winter? I think you spent quite a lot of time in Spain riding with Miguel Harab. Obviously, he's more experienced than you. What was it like spending a lot of time with your first factory team and having him as a teammate? He's a pretty good reference.
100%. It was podium in Argentina. He's one of the faster guys in the class, and arguably he belongs in that front group, with Kai and whoever else. So it's been good. I've kind of had a target on him, whether he likes it or not, I don't know. You like it? You like it? So it's been good to gauge where I'm at, and he's like you see, he's cool. He's a nice teammate. It's a relaxed environment around the whole team. Everyone is chill, cool, friends, So it's been good. We had a long winter, but it was in Spain, good weather, good tracks. So that was also kind of a relief, You could set a week plan and you would never be screwed by rain or this or that, as if you were staying in Belgium, London was closed for 3 months, so it was a very, very good decision from the team to be down in Spain.
And you mentioned Clement Theal earlier. Just in what way is he able to help you? What things has he been helping you with? Obviously, he's been there, done it, won plenty of GPs. Unfortunately, never got the world title, but he certainly wasn't far away.
No, like you say, a lot of experience, and he's kind of learned. As I've learned him, I've learned stories about him and what he's come from, and he's kind of done everything himself. So he's really experienced every single thing. So no matter what kind of questions I have or question marks on the track or anything, he can kind of tell really well because he's been through it all by himself. So he's learned it himself, and he's very hard. Where I would say I'm the complete opposite character. I'm more laid back and don't really care much about this and that and organization and whatnot. Where he's the complete opposite. So he's played a big part in, like he says, winning the little battles. You know, being organized, having everything ready for whatever might go wrong. Whether there's a 1% chance or 80% chance, you always have to be prepared. So he's kind of gotten me into that mentality that I need to be ready and organized, prepared for everything. And then obviously on the bike there's so much that I thought I knew a lot until I started training with him, and I have a lot to learn still. It was really surprising.
And obviously last year was your rookie season in MX2, but you missed the first half of the season. It's nice you're able to start this season. It's your first full season really in the class. What's the level like this year in MX2? Those rookies, there's a few fast rookies, and I think a start's very important, but the Tramp looks good out of the gate, which is a positive.
Yeah, exactly, it's good out the gate. The rider not so much, you know. Sometimes I mess my start up, but no, the bike is good luckily out the gate, which has obviously been a big help. But at the moment I have to, maybe it's a bias thing or not, but like the level at the moment in the class is unreal. There's, like you say, there's these rookies coming in, Rossi and Zanki, and
very fast.
They are fast, they are on it, and not scared, that's for sure, you know. So, and then you have Mikko, who's 23 in his last year, experienced, fast, not scared, can start. Like there's so much depth, I feel like, compared to the years before where it was just Tom and Jago kind of in their own level. Although we see now the Wolf and Langenfeld that they kind of also have their little pocket of speed that no one's really, you know. Lucas is there also.
Adamo was good today.
Adamo, I don't know, I haven't watched the races, but you know, there's a couple more contenders, I would say, that these years than there has been previously, and especially last year. Last year I thought I was good already, and I've improved a lot over this winter, and I'm still 7th as of today, 7th place guy. So it's shocking. I don't like it. I want to be in the front, you know. So I'd rather have everyone kind of be slower and less competitive, but it is what it is.
You'll have to work harder.
Yeah,
and just, we've got Raiola next in the gnarly sand. Have you done much gnarly sand riding, and how do you feel with the new bike in the sand?
No, I think we've done 3-4 days, maybe 5.
So that's the plan between now and Raiola?
So we'll be in the sand for these 2 weeks. But anyways, with Jackie last year I was often in Lommel, and then the years before even just been training sand throughout the winter. So honestly, I consider myself more of a sand guy these days, so I'm really looking forward to Raiola. And I did have 2 days in the sand before coming here last week, so, and they were good. They were very good, speed wise, physically wise. I'm really good at the moment. I know the two motos and Raiola should be good, so I'm looking forward to it. I kind of feel like that's a separator, you know, from men and boys. I look forward to that.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time.